What's going on, guys? It's Matt again, here to do another video. This one I was pretty excited about. I've been a big fan of PSA, Palmetto State Armory, for a long time. I've had a couple daggers, and when they announced the Sabre Dagger at SHOT Show this year, I got really excited. Love the camo, love what they were talking about doing with it. And so when they announced it about a month ago, when the release was coming out, I decided I was going to buy one. So in typical PSA fashion, they announce when they're going to release them, and you sit there and you refresh and you refresh and you refresh. And I was lucky enough to get one. I was lucky enough to get the, I'm not sure which camo it is, I'll put it below, but it's the desert camo with, it has the gold barrel, and I didn't know it was gold. I thought it was more of like a tin or tan, like a thing, but it's actually really shiny enough you can see it there. If not, I'll put a video in for sure. So let's kind of go over some specs of it real quick, and I'll tell you what I thought. It definitely, I took it to the range today, and I put 300-ish rounds, maybe a little less, just to make sure it worked. I saw a couple quick YouTube videos about they're having issues running it suppressed, so I ran it suppressed. I ran it with regular ball ammo. I ran it with some hollow points, some protection rounds, and then some 147s, subsonic 147s to make sure it worked. So let's get into it. Let's go over what's different. So first we can check gun is empty. All right, so first things first is you get this awesome bag. This bag is really heavy duty. It's got pocket in the front, with some spots for your patches, PSA sticker. Oh, looks like we got two PSA stickers actually. A little dagger action. Put those to the side. In the next compartment, you got mag holders, zip up pistol holder. Oh, looks like we had some extra bolts in there. Looks like for your RMR. We'll bolt that on here tonight. I couldn't find these originally, so I was going to say this was a negative, but hey, found this. That's a positive, so we'll have to put these on. Pretty excited about that, actually. But yeah, that's the bag. Nothing crazy. I mean, actually, to be honest, it's very high quality. Probably the nicest pistol bag I have. Next, you get two PMAG with their +5, so you get 22 rounds. This looks like it's a proprietary one. It's got a bolt on the front and a fancy Sabre logo on the bottom, but nothing fancy, just a regular PMAG. So PMAG with a nice 5-round extension. But what I think most of you guys are here for is the gun. So let's talk about the gun. We have, let's start off with the basic. It is a Dagger S, so it's a full size with a 19 frame. So it's equivalent to what they would call a Glock 45, but it's a Gen 3. And it's built off of their standard S frame, but it looks like they did some laser stippling here, here. And I really like the stipples here. They actually did a good job cutting this out so you get a real good purchase with your thumb when you're locked in. Obviously, the next is the Cerakote job. So we have a cool desert camo Cerakote job. And it is Cerakote. You can see that it is done. There's a little bit of overspray, which I'm not mad about, but it's really cool. I mean, so every single one's going to be a little different, I think, which is kind of nice. Let's kind of work our way up. We have a custom, or I guess a Sabre exclusive slide. We got their Palmetto State Armory thing. Got a Sabre logo, some nice windows, some porting. I guess not porting, I'm sorry, windows. There's no porting on the barrel. And then we have an RMR cut with suppressor sight heights. Suppressor height sights, sorry. Like I said, RMR cut. The barrel was the thing that caught me. As soon as I opened up the bag, I was not ready for it to be this gold. I mean, it is shiny. I mean, it's fancy. So be ready for that. The barrel is, if you look here, for this thing, I can zoom in on it. Let's see. There we go. So you can see here, we've got polygonal, or I guess cuts, and then threaded for a suppressor. Regular stuff. I think I'll have to double check, but I think they have an upgraded extractor, I think is what I saw on there. So I'll have to double check that, and if it's not, I'll put in there what it actually is. And then the big thing is they have an upgraded, it's hard to see, sorry, upgraded trigger. So it's an aluminum trigger, flat trigger shoe. And it is definitely an improvement from the regular one. One of the other cool things that I was not ready for, I didn't know they were doing, let's see if you can see it here, is the back plate is a gold Palmetto back plate, which is kind of cool. I mean, this thing is bright, man. There's no other way to say it. It is just bright. So, again, I forgot one thing. We have the magwell as well. This is a Sabre magwell. So I think they're selling all of these parts together. I'm sorry, independently on the website if you want to upgrade certain things. But I don't think they're selling the frames yet. I've seen a couple things saying that they only going to do one release a month. I don't know if that's true or not, but I guess time will tell. But I was able to, like I said, I was able to get one. I guess here's the bad part. So let's talk about kind of some of the, well, let's talk about some goods. I really like the feel. The feel's great. The look is great. I mean, everything that they wanted to upgrade definitely feels like an upgrade. I think I'm into this gun as is, minus the light, right at $700. So that's where I'm kind of comparing everything. So the $700 price point to me is a big chunk of change for a pistol. You can buy a Glock 45, you can buy a SIG 320, and these guns are new to this higher end price point. So I was kind of expecting a lot. And with that, I'm kind of disappointed. So took it to the range today. As soon as I got FFL straight to the range, wiped it down, cleaned it real good, lubed it up real good. I started running rounds. Immediately, first 3 rounds, failure to extract. I'll put in some video here. And it happened, of my 350 rounds, I want to say it happened 6 or 7 times the same way with both of the PMags. But I could not get that to replicate in my Glock 45, so I don't think it was the mag. But if I put a regular Glock mag in here, it ran fine. So I'm not quite sure where the problem is. Again, it's early testing. I know Palmetto State will fix it, but it's not great. I mean, my Glock 45 out of the box never had these issues. Why is this one having it? I guess is my problem. So cleaned it again, took it all apart, ran it again. It happened multiple times. And the only way I could get it to stop was using a stock Glock mag. Again, it's probably something to do with the mag or the follower or something. So I'll look into that, but not in love with that. I guess the next thing I saw online was people were having problems running it suppressed. I ran it suppressed. I'll put some video in here. No problems, no issues, ran fine. 0 problems running suppressed. But again, I was running the Glock mag most of the time. So again, I guess for the price point, I'm a little disappointed that we're having problems outside the right out of the box. I'm gonna look at it some more, kind of dig around, see what's going on. If I can get that fixed, I'm gonna say this is probably the prettiest gun I have. It is definitely a lot of fun to shoot when it's running. I don't know long-term how it's gonna hold up. It's definitely not gonna be in my carry rotation, I will tell you that. I'm not quite sure where it's gonna sit yet and what I'm gonna do. I bought it to run it as a suppressor host so I can kind of plink with it. And I think it'll probably be really good for that once I get it figured out. But you are getting a lot of bang for your buck. Like, don't get me wrong, Palmetto State Armory is known for that. I mean, I guess I'm just used to spending $300 on a dagger and spending double that and then having problems is a little frustrating. So with all that being said, I like the pistol aesthetically. I hope I will like it mechanically here soon. I think there's a lot to like. I think there's a ton of features. I think the aesthetics, like I said, are awesome. Love the color. It's the first when I first saw this gold, I thought it was a little gaudy, but I think it's kind of cool. It's kind of growing on me, so we'll see how that goes. I definitely want to get more time behind it, but I wanted to get this out right off the go so people who are getting these or who want to get them understand that maybe they're not ready yet. These are still in development. So I definitely am going to put some more rounds through it. I'm probably going to call customer service tomorrow and see what's going on with it. I'm sure, I have zero doubts that they're going to take care of me. Like, that's not a concern. I know they're going to take care of me, but nobody likes to send off their brand new toy. So, that being said, right now, I love the way it looks. I'm just not in love with the way it shoots. So, hopefully, we'll get that squared away. And hopefully, we'll be making another video of maybe a 1,000 round review or something along the lines of that, so we can kind of get a better feel of where we're at long term. But overall, let's run it down real quick. Love the barrel, love the cuts on the slide, love the fit, absolutely love the Cerakote. The trigger is way better than a normal Dagger trigger. I will give them that. It's so much nicer. Magwell fits good. The mag extensions look great. I'm not sure if they work or not. That's kind of that's where I'm thinking the problem is going to be, is something to do with this. But that being said, come back and check out the next review and we'll see how it goes. But hopefully we get some good news and see what's coming next. Thanks, guys.